Peace and love. Hope all is well. Hope you're feeling blessed and safe and high vibrational. Now in this video we'll be bringing forward messages and guidance from Mother Gaia, and we'll be connecting with her energy and seeing what she has to present for September 2021. In this read we'll be using the Dreams of Gaia Tarot as well as the Oracle of the Seven Energies, and we'll just be seeing what Gaia has to present for us and what messages she has to give. And at some point we will channel a message from Mother Gaia, which is usually towards the end. If you're looking for a personal reading, the information is down below in the description box. On this channel I also channel the energies of the 12 signs of the zodiac, some ascended masters as well as some celebrity energies. If you would like to follow me on Instagram, you can do so at I am Naphtali and at @WeTheCollective_. So we're just going to get straight into it, and we're going to begin with the Dreams of Gaia Tarot. Okay. This card for me is the bullseye, but as it came out I heard the sword and sword fighting. Also what's come out with it is the Queen of Water. Now for some reason I'm getting Pisces energy. And I'm getting a shell. And something about piercing through the shell, slicing through the shell, through the barrier, through the border. They're saying, or Gaia is saying, through the bliss. And well, she's also saying that you're right, they are saying, we are saying. It's like there's multiple energies supporting the message, and they're saying to go through is to find bliss, to pierce through your emotions, to pierce through the barrier towards understanding is where your journey towards bliss begins. But it starts with you piercing through the shell, piercing through the veil, piercing through your void, piercing through the pain. It's almost like shutting the eyes off to the pain, but then opening up to like the feeling of said pain, the emotional content to the pain. Okay, that makes sense. Because what I'm getting closing off the eyes to the pain and awakening to the emotion or the feeling of the pain. So what I'm being brought to is like basically like going within, meditating, accessing your emotions, piercing again, accessing your void, Gaia is saying it all starts with the mind and wanting to explore the depths of the mind and awakening to the power of the mind, and realizing the shifts of the mind. And when she's saying about realizing the shifts of the mind, it's that when you awaken to your mind and the power of the mind, or when you go on your spiritual journey, or when you start to acknowledge your feelings and emotions, you 444 on the clock, you then realize triggers, and you also begin to realize your behaviors and your reactions to certain triggers or certain events. I'm getting the message of seek balance by gaining wisdom. Seek balance by gaining knowledge. Emotion and intellect. That is basically come out to confirm the message that we was just given regarding awakening to one's emotions, getting a better understanding of one's emotions, getting a better understanding of triggers and your reactions and our reactions. Energy is bringing it to the collective and the reactions of the collective. And they're saying to awaken or to realize patterns in the collective or patterns and cycles of how events happen. And I want to say, I feel like I'm being brought to the media and how maybe events happen and things are perpetuated or things are projected. They're also saying how they're saying something about the cycle of emotion in the collective, in the people. Okay, so they're bringing it to, there's a problem presented to the people or a issue presented to the people are then put in panic and fear, a solution's then given to the people, and then it's all forgotten about, and then this cycle happens. And they say they're bringing it to, it's not just within medicine and healthcare, it's also within like just environmental issues. And there's also saying deaths of people as well. There's something about when you pinpoint or when you can find or when you realize a cycle or something that you're repeating or a pattern, when you realize it, when you pinpoint it, you stop it. You stop the cycle from repeating. It's not saying that the cycle won't repeat, but I'm feeling it more on an individual level when it comes to patterns of the collective. When you realize there's a certain pattern, and I want to say I'm being brought to like a cycle of fear. When you realize that in the collective, you can then center yourself and not go through that cycle with the collective, if that makes sense. You can take a backseat and observe that cycle happening for everybody else. It's almost like when you pinpoint it, you put a full stop, you put a period at the end of it. Trickster energy. Be careful of what you're watching on the TV. Be careful of what you're absorbing. Be aware of the hand that you're being dealt, is what I'm hearing. It's like the treasure, the cards, sorry, I'm blocking the light. The cards that he's holding are very much so visible, but the pearls and the jewels and the gems are hidden. It's almost like the gems, the truth, is hidden, and what is being shown is not necessarily something that is false, but it's not necessarily the truth. It's not necessarily shown in all its glory as these gems are presenting, if that makes sense. When I say that what's being presented, maybe like in the media, it's not necessarily false, because these cards are real, these cards are physical. However, they're not necessarily, I want to say, the whole truth or accurate. I don't know how else to put it. It's almost like there's a purpose and a reason for these cards, for the cards that we're dealt. or they're saying what we're privy to. And they're bringing it back to emotion, because there's an individual here in her emotions, almost looks like she's weeping, or just very much so connected to her emotions. And again, it's almost like slowly but surely things are being revealed. And as things are revealed, the people are changing. So they're now bringing it to not necessarily a positive, but basically what they're saying is, and you can be the judge of whether it's positive or negative, basically what they're saying was, with the media, there's a purpose and a role for it. They're saying that some people are actually ascending with the media because of the media. It's about perspective and shifting your perspective. They're asking me to shift my perspective in this moment of the media. I would say, if I'm being honest, more of a negative perspective of the media in terms of what it projects. But they're saying that shift your perspective on the media, because many are ascending with the media, many are learning through the media. For many, the media is all they learn through, and you have to understand that yes, things can be projected, but they are also filtered through a human being who has real human experiences. I'm understanding in myself, because obviously they've just asked me to shift my perspective, so I am doing that. So I'm having like realizations in myself. So I'm sorry if I'm not like articulating everything. Love. And this card for me is about healing, but also about like your heart center expanding. At the bottom of the deck, it's like alignment, but also like alignment through the shadow work, through the collective shadow. But like, I'm sorry, not like, with this love card, it's just speaking on the fact that there is love in everything, in every part of us. But what I actually heard then was, in every part of the matrix there is love. There is spaces where love is visible, but there are also spaces where love is hidden, and where spaces where love is found. There's something about the energy of love being in the hands and the connection in the hands. And when you touch somebody's hands, you can feel the love. I'm hearing you should feel the love. Something also about the warmth of another human body. That warmth is love. Like if you touch your own hands, when they touch, you will feel your own body heat, obviously. But that warmth is love. I don't know whether Mother Gaia is saying that we need to connect more in a physical sense, in terms of maybe just holding hands or embracing your loved ones with a hug or whatever. I'm hearing love is the answer. This is energy of seeking guidance. Well, we just had love is the answer. And as this individual is seeking guidance, she has her hand on her chest. You could say on her heart space, on her heart center. I'm hearing that love will awaken you to the truth, awaken you to the light, awaken you to the ascended masters. they're bringing it to a baby, and that a baby, and more so I want to say like a newborn, is the embodiment of love, is the essence of love. And they're bringing it to it being so pure, yet it can be so underdeveloped, yet develop so rapidly, yet become stagnant in its development, but then gain strength to walk again or find the courage to jump off something higher when they've already fallen off something lower. And it's almost like love is in constant development, and a baby, a newborn, is under constant development. And it's something about the child and love being in constant development all the way till the end. Gaia is bringing it to and is saying that to connect to everything, to connect to the all, one just has to know love. And again, love can be found in many places within the matrix, is in all parts of the matrix. Some parts it's visible and you can grab it. In other parts it's hidden and you have to find it. But energy saying you just have to know love to connect to the all. Okay. Let's move to the Oracle of the Seven Energies by Colette Baron Reid. See what messages Gaia has to bring forward from this deck for September 2021. Birds of a feather flock together, the uncharted sea. Okay, so right now, I see that I'm hearing a formidable soul tribe. I was originally here soul tribe, but then I heard a formidable soul tribe coming together. Now, the way I feel, and what I want to say first of all is that the collective is, we're on a journey, and it's almost like there is no, I want to say, definite end or direction. However, there's a sense of direction to where we're heading. Now, for some reason, I want to say that this, where we're heading, is determined by our emotions, because our emotions are dictating where we're heading. And it's something about either the waters can be choppy or the waters can be calm. And again, I'm getting brought back to fear. Calm the fear in the collective. Regulate the fear in the collective. Even remove the fear from the collective. Now, with this birds of a feather, I'm seeing all this gold energy in this card. And what I'm getting from this, and what I was hearing about a formidable soul tribe, I want to say there's a union between the light and the physical, or the energetic and the physical. And for some reason, I'm being presented with this soul tribe that is of high vibration, because this energy of gold just keeps being presented to me. in front of me there is a bottle of Belair and it's gold as well. But this soul tribe, I feel, is going to have a big impact on the collective on Earth. I feel that they will be respected, something about even be followed, watched, admired and cared for, loved. And they are going to bring healing and balance and guidance to the earth, to the people on the earth. There's going to be an involvement, something maybe with the animal and plant kingdom, somewhere along the lines with this soul tribe. And now I'm being presented with it both in a physical sense and an energetic sense. So I don't know whether this soul tribe is a physical soul tribe with like physical human beings like myself and yourself that's going to be present on Earth, or whether this is a energetic kind of team of individuals that will somehow be followed or somehow be known by the people. But either way, whether it's energy from this physical team or this energetic team, it's going to help bring balance and healing and love and compassion to the earth. I feel that now I'm going to take a moment just to center myself, connect with Gaia's energy and channel a message from herself. I'm sorry, I feel nudged to express that Gaia wants me to say they. Okay, I'm understanding. See, so when I said her energy, she said their energy. Like, I want to be called their or they. Is that right? Yes. But, and then as I was, when that first came through, I felt, are you saying like, because are you referring that to like gender? And it wasn't that, it was going back to the beginning when I was feeling more than one energy supporting the message. Sorry, I just felt like I needed to clarify and explain. I am with you all, always, every day, every moment, every breath that you take, we take together. We are in sync, in harmony, in many ways, in all ways. Sometimes we lose our connection between each other. You lose your connection to the earth. But no matter what, we are always energetically linked. Physically we are linked because you live upon me. I house you. But when I say that sometimes you separate from myself or you disconnect from the earth, I mean in the sense of from your heart space, from your conscious mind, from the present moment. These things are important. What you hold in these spaces, in your heart, in your conscious mind, are given a current of love. Thought energy is love energy. Heart energy is love energy. So what you hold in these spaces receives love, compassion, almost receiving a knowingness that in the present moment you are with them, you feel them, you know them, you are acknowledging one's existence when one is in your conscious mind and in your heart space. For me, you are always in my conscious mind, in my heart space. The great thing for me is I don't get the choice in disconnecting from every being and energy that is living upon me. You are an organism of the earth, a vessel of planet Earth. You are more than you know, more powerful, more special, more dynamic, more intellectual than you realize. The abilities you possess go far beyond imagination, goes far beyond knowing. Because to access, if you want to say, abilities or godlike characteristics or superhero abilities or talents, however you would like to describe, it's not about studying these things or knowing these things. It's more so about being these things. It's more so about feeling these things. You see, one can do a lot of talking, a lot of showboating, a lot of fabricating and projecting, and one can convince themselves and others of being or being able to do things that they cannot. And another can not even attempt to convince, showboat, brag about their abilities or what they can do, because they know that they can do these things. Instead of saying that they can do these things or letting people know that they can do these things, or saying to themselves that they can do these things, because they know that they can do these things, because they are these things, because they feel these things, because they experience these things. There's no need for an explanation. There's no need to showboat. So it's more so just being. And the power is in just being. Just be. Superpowers, godlike abilities. That is not just things just like flying. God is the person that embraces their smile to its fullest. God is the person that hugs another with real compassion. God is the person that does every action with full conviction, being completely connected to their heart space, being completely connected to the love that they have within themselves. And God is everything that is self-realized. God is everything that is just being and isn't trying to be. Because God doesn't try to be, God just is. God doesn't tell you, I am God. He just presents, and we know who He is, who it is, who she is, who they are. I thank you for listening and being present with us. I wish you wellness and everlasting love. Ashe. I thank you for being present with me, for joining me for this connection. If any of the messages have resonated or you just enjoy this video, feel free to like, share, subscribe. Peace and love. Ashe.